What if I told you you could create and sell a profitable digital product within the next 24 hours, even if you don't have any experience? Sound impossible? Well, stick with me because I'm going to show you exactly how. Hey, this is Colin. I help beginners who are struggling financially to start and grow an online business using digital marketing, selling digital products. Hey, this is Colin. If you've been feeling stuck trying to figure out how you can package and sell your skills, monetize your skills with the form of digital products, you're in the right place. We're going to get into that here in this video. And in fact, to tell you the truth, you don't even need to have a large following, website set up already. You don't need to have all the skills all in place, the experience on creating all this sort of stuff. I'm going to show you how you can do it without any experience. There's a simple step-by-step process for you to follow. In this video, I'm going to break down a simple strategy and show you how you can create these digital products in 24 hours. I'm going to show you 5 simple digital products that you can get started with as a beginner here today. So let's dive in and let's get into this content here right away. But hey, actually, before we do, if you do like this sort of content, do you like digital marketing? You like learning how to create these digital products and market and create financial freedom with an online business? Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe for future videos that are coming out here right away, and comment down below and let me know where you're watching from. I'm curious to know where it is that you're watching these videos from. All right, so let's get started into content here. The first product, the first one that we want to get started, we want to learn how to start creating is called an ebook. Ebooks are great. Now, the reason why ebooks work so well is because they really are simple to create. You already got all the tools that you need. And if you don't have all the tools, you can go and get some that are really, really affordable, really cheap. In fact, they're even free to use. Okay. Now, if you're using your computer, just go over to Google. Okay. If you go to Google Docs, right, you can use a Google Doc, create it in a Word document, right, on Google, in your Google Docs suite there. All right. Spreadsheets, Google Docs, they got all that sort of stuff in there. Just start creating something on a Word document, right? You could write all of your information right there in a Word document is what you can do. But if you have a skill, if you have experience, if you got something that you're passionate about, you've already got something that you could start writing about, something that you can create a book about, a guide, all right? It doesn't need to be like 50 pages, doesn't need to be 100 pages. Hey, you could be 15 pages, it can be 7 pages, it can be 5 pages. What matters is the information. What matters is the value of the content that you are going to deliver to somebody that's out there wanting to learn what you have already in your head. You've got some information in your head that somebody's willing to pay for because they want that kind of information. So that's what it's all about, monetizing your skills, monetizing your passion, turning your passions into profits, I like to call it, all right? And all you need to do is just put that pen at the paper type of thing, right? But use your keyboard, okay? Put it on a Word document. You can, convert that into a PDF. If you want to get more pretty, you want to get more beautiful, you want to get more fancy, then you can go over to Canva, all right? Go over to Canva and you can start. I always would suggest, first of all, obviously starting in your Word document so that you got all the information there. And then you can copy and paste it over into Canva, all right? Use a template, use something that's in Canva that has some beautiful pictures, some nice graphics, some nice colors, all that sort of stuff, right? You can create your front cover, your e-cover, your front cover in Canva. You can create your whole book, your whole document, your whole product right in Canva. It's a great suite. Now you can start using Canva for free, so you don't need a whole lot involved to be able to do that. It's really simple. Okay, simple to follow. Okay, you can use Canva for that. And that's what I suggest to be able to do, just like that right there with that. All right. And now if you really want the roadmap, you want the blueprint, you really want to know how to really figure this out, how to come up with these ideas, how to put it all together, how to go about your creation and marketing it and using social media and all that sort of stuff, right? My marketing bundle down below. Okay, now you can start up with, you can just go down below, grab the freebie. In fact, hey, I got a checklist. Comment checklist. I'll make sure you get the details for that checklist. It'll walk you through the whole process on how to do this. All right. You won't be lost. There's no more guessing. No more guessing and trying to figure it all out. You will have the step-by-step blueprint roadmap in order how to really, bring this to surface and how to go through the whole blueprint, the whole plan with the creating your product. Okay, that you're going to be able to do with the ebook. Okay. Now, the next one, product number 2. This one, we're going to get even more simple with this. Like I said, I'm going to keep this simple for you guys. Okay. This is really simple. However, just because it's so simple, it doesn't mean it's not profitable. All right. This is profitable. This is good. It's just really simple to do, really simple to create. And I like these, but they're also very useful. Okay. So this product is Printables. Something that people want to print. I mean, people will print up an ebook too, right? But I mean, printables or trackers, people, they want to even keep them on their computer. They're planners, they're trackers, calendars, right? All sorts of stuff like that. Well, what kind? How about fitness planners, right? Fitness planners, fitness trackers, planners, fitness calendars. You see, it all fits right in there. It doesn't matter what it is. You can create a whole bundle right there. Create a bundle, create a fitness tracker, planner, and a calendar. All has to do with fitness if that's your niche, if that's what you like, right? How about, ADHD? You got an ADHD planner, ADHD calendar, your planner. Well, I mean, you're going to get your planner, you're going to plan out your whole week and stuff like that. How about a meal planner, a meal tracker, right? People are on diets. They want to track all that stuff. They want to plan their meals. They want to plan a calendar, have a calendar with everything, right? A playbook, all that sort of stuff you can do. Portfolios or financial trackers, budgets, right? Travel planners, vacation planner. You can go on and on and on and on and on, right? What's your niche? What's your passion? What's your expertise? What do you want to create? Create a tracker, create a planner, all this sort of stuff, these calendars. People will print them out. People will keep them on their computers. They're really easy to create. You can go again in your Google Docs, use the spreadsheets to start creating these trackers. I do this all the time myself. I create these trackers, okay? And sell them. And I also create the trackers and they use them. That's how I first started to sell them, was because I was using a tracker myself. I use financial planners, the financial trackers, the budget trackers, all this sort of stuff I use for myself. So I'm already using it. I might as well offer it for sale, right? I just what I had and then I put them up for sale. That's what I did. So that's why I say you can use these. They're very easy to create, very profitable. People are looking for them. People want to use them. They don't know how to go out and create them. But if you do, you can do it. Very simple to do. Number 3, another simple one. This is something that, again, right? If you're doing marketing, if you're whatever it is that your niche is in and what you're doing, chances are you're already doing some of this stuff. All you need to do is to copy, paste, create templates. Okay. Now this one here is number 3 product is called social media content templates, content packs, right? In other words, like I've said, so if you're posting a lot of content on social media, for example, you can just template that format in that format, right? And then you could package that up. If it's text, or maybe you're doing images, you're doing a lot of images. Okay. If you're posting images on your social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever it is that you're posting your content on, your blogs and all that sort of stuff, just save it in a file folder, right? If you don't have a lot, right, you go out and you can even use your camera. Okay, use your camera. Start taking pictures wherever you go. Take little short videos. Then what you do with that is you start creating these short reel content, and you start packaging it up. You start creating a file folder on your computer, and you put all your little short videos. And we're talking like, 5-second videos, 15-second videos, right? Just little clips in nature, and you're out for a drive or whatever you're doing, right? Of yourself or whoever, right? So if copyright free because you created it, you can do what you want, right? Your camera, your pictures, your reels, your images, you just package it all up in a file folder and you zip it up and there's your product. What is it? Hey, I got a whole bunch of you can now make it even more elaborate by putting some little text on there, making it more templating for, your reels on Instagram and TikTok, for example, right? Or the short reels on Facebook. You can suit it up if you want, right? But the whole point is now you get all of this footage, packaging it up in a file folder, right? And now you are reselling social media content packages, right? Templates or packages. You could offer these to people. People want them. People are like, how do I do faceless content? Where do I get all this content? There you go, right? Whatever niche it is that you're in, you're creating that faceless content for them. Cool? Product number 4. This is guides. This is workbooks, right? Simple workbooks that you can create. Whatever it is. Now, what is it that you're working on? What is it that you're doing? Create a little guide. Create a little guide for this, right? Now, we're not talking like huge high ticket items here. We're talking, by the way, some of these I never mentioned in the price points, but I mean, a lot of these products that I'm talking about here, these can be $7 products, $14 products. Doesn't mean that they're not profitable, because you start setting these things up and you start marketing these type of products for $7, $14, you start selling a whole bunch of these. Hey, you can grow from there, right? That's the whole point. That's what you need to be working on. But they're really simple, right? Now, this is kind of just, it's kind of similar to the planners and all that sort of stuff, the planners and the trackers, right? You're just creating this small, simple product, right? It could be 1 page. It could be 3 pages long, using your Word document. Create it in Word, convert it into a PDF, right? Or go over to Canva and make it pretty again, right? Do that. But it's just a simple guide, right? Is what you're doing, okay? That's all you're doing. Just creating a simple guide on what to do, how to plan out your week, or whatever it is, whatever your steps are. All right. This is how I go and I do my day with, I've got kids and I've got daycare and I've got all sorts of stuff. I want to get my shopping done. I want to get all this. Here's my step-by-step plan. Here's my guide. Here's what I'm doing. Here's my workbook. You want a journal? Simple journals. Hey, I just thought, people created these books that got absolutely nothing on the pages, right? Blank pages and stuff like that, right? But you can create, and it's got like a nice fancy cover on there, right? It's a journal book, specific for a specific niche, but it's all blank because it's there for the other person to buy and fill out, right? That's all it is. Okay, so you don't have to make it complicated, right? You can make it really simple by creating these simple type of products. And then the last one here, number 5, right? Now you can get a little bit more complicated with this one if you're creating all these simple ones, right? After you do all this, guess what? After you've done something like that, after you created all this, maybe you want to now package that up, right? Package what you just did, all right? Or other passions and expertise as well. You can package it up in the form of a course. Now, I'm not talking comprehensive course. I'm talking about just a little mini course, all right? Just a little mini course. You can create a little 5-day mini course if you want. You can do this in the form of using videos, right? You can create a 5 or a 7-minute video that goes out to somebody every single day for 5 days. Or you can just create it all to get access to the whole thing right away at one time and create a 3-video course, right? Now, really, you don't really want to go, for a mini course, right? You can do 1 video, 2 videos, right? Or 3 videos. 3 videos is really a typical size, okay? And that's a mini course. It's just a small product, a mini course. And they're about 7 to 8 minutes long, or 5 to 8 minute long videos on each of these videos is what you can do for a mini course. Then you transcribe it and have it in text as well for the person to also read in the text. Okay. So just a simple video or a simple course using 3 videos. Now, if you go to way more videos, if you've got like different modules with 5 videos, maybe you got like 12 modules with 3 or 4 different videos in each module, now we're getting to a comprehensive course. But like I said, you can just keep it simple and just create a simple mini course that you could sell for, $17, $27, $47, right? Take your pick. How much value are you going to deliver in that little mini course? That's what that's all about. It's really simple to create. And then how do you create the videos? You can just use your phone, right? Just take your phone, put it up, and just start creating yourself a mini course with it. Talk into your camera for about 5-7 minutes, right? Delivering value, and that's it. That's all you got to do, right? You don't need to make it all complicated. It's really simple. So I hope that was helpful. I hope you found value in these 5 simple digital products that you could complete all of these. You can complete any one of these within 24 hours, have it up and ready to sell, and start making a profit within 24 hours, right? if you start doing some research and just, research a little bit and, find out which is going to be the most profitable one, where there is a market, an audience already sitting there waiting for that, right? Then you just go and create that planner, create that mini book, create that, or that ebook or the mini course or whatever it is. Really simple to do. Package it up and there you go. But if you want a complete roadmap, if you want the roadmap, if you want the blueprint, roadmap will show you how to do this. You need my marketing bundle. All right. The marketing bundle is down below in the description. You can grab that marketing bundle. You got my help. You got my mentorship. I'll show you how. I'll walk you through it. You won't be lost. You'll be able to figure it all out. If you want, you need to start with my checklist. Just comment checklist. I'll make sure you get all the details on the checklist. Simple to go. You're ready to go creating these digital products. All right. So if you like this video, if you found value, make sure that you smash that like button. Drop me a comment down below. And if you're not yet subscribed, click subscribe. And right about here, I believe YouTube is recommending this next video. Check it out. That video there is maybe the one for you. I'll be over there. See you there. Bye for now.